Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about the first episode of the Santa Claus movie, now that it's officially December. And the first episode is called Chapter 1, Good to Ho. And the description of this video says, or episode says, Scott Calvin struggles to keep up with the demands of being Santa Claus. And that's true, because like the reason why he's like struggling to keep up being Santa Claus is because essentially there's less kids who believe there's Santa Claus in the power of Santa Claus, and apparently the power of Santa Claus is powered by the kids' belief in him. And in this entire episode, we see that Scott Calvin's Santa Claus powers is starting to fade away. Early on in this episode, he's realizes that he's been doing this for like about a little bit over 20 years. So he's been in the game for quite some time now. And he's just I guess like he's kind of questioning his self-worth in this case. So like because of his power struggle that he currently has for being Santa Claus. And his like wife is worried about him. And speaking of his wife, she is kind of getting butthurt because Mrs. Claus doesn't have a name. Santa Claus has a name being Santa, but Mrs. Claus's wife never had a name. It was sung in Christmas songs, never told in any of the Christmas fables. So she's kind of feeling left out a bit. And we essentially how the episode ends, because like Santa goes to the doctor, and his elf sidekick, his I guess girlfriend, his wife figure. It was kind of weird for me to say wife figure because like the elves are played by kids. And it's like really weird for me to say wife figure referring to kids. So it's girlfriend? I'm kind of confused on how the whole elf thing works. Anywho, the elf that Santa Claus has been hanging out with in the first episode, his love interest, his girlfriend, saying, "Tell me if Santa Claus has been there's any development in Santa." And which she goes into another sledding trip with Santa Claus, because in this episode we go on a path of like there's this like major time lapse that's the course of the year, because like there's this one little montage where like he's getting skinnier. So besides trying to get ripped and have a six-pack, he's trying to gain some weight by doing nothing, but he's still losing some weight until like the last doctor visit, where turns out that he's still good with his magic. And so go on another Christmas trip around the world, and essentially Santa's magic starts acting up again, and he slides down a roof into the snow. And that is where the episode ends. I think that's I think this is a pretty cool cool episode to start out with. I forgot to mention too when Santa comes from his like first toy ride in the episode, which is like about like 12 minutes in, the elves start dancing to kids just want to have fun. Like girls just want to have fun, but North Pole twist to Girls Just Want to Have Fun. And I just like, oh my god, no, they didn't. I gotta say, even though I was kind of skeptical about this show, and part of me still is, because there's like 3 episodes out by now, by the time I'm recording this video. And the reason why I was skeptical, because I grew up on the Santa Claus movies, and they were really good, and I was kind of worried that this might like dog crap on the Santa Claus movies. But basing it off this first episode alone, I'm really enjoying this show, and it's like it still has the vibes of the Santa Claus movies in this. So I'm really interested in how this goes. So I'm going to be doing an episode by episode review of this show. So that said, what have you guys thought about episode 1 of the Santa Clauses being good to ho? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. And we'll talk to you fellow musicians later. Later, taters.